I pronounce 3 with an F.
Well, that's your disability and not mine.
I've been doing it a lot lately. I've been messing up pronunciations of words. You know, I had that interview last week.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying so many words that are related that showed that I was smart, right? So I was spitting out like media conglomeration and subsidiaries. Do you want to know the 2 words I completely fucked up?
Oh, God, you've already given me a headache with those 2 words.
Yeah. The 2 words I fucked up: administration and secretarial support.
Oh, what'd you say?
You know what I'm like, and if you listeners probably know what I'm like. End up mixing all my words together in a blender and see what comes out. But I love how they're what I do in my day-to-day life.
Administratory, Tarman, that's not what we asked. How are you going to help our subsidiaries?
You couldn't say subsidiaries properly.
No, I can't.
Subsidiaries.
Yeah, I don't even care. Maybe look bad. It's just, my point is clear.
Yeah, no, it's clear, because you can't say subsidiaries.
Whatever.
I like the word subsidiaries.
You like subsidiaries?
Because it's so short, but there's so many syllables in it.
Subsidiaries.
Well, actually, it's not that short, but it's short enough to be impressed.
What are subsidiaries? I've never actually had to deal with subsidiaries.
It's like small parts of a company. That's basically the gist.
Like little teams around the company itself.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I was just saying words, to be honest.
So that's subsidiaries.
Subsidiaries. I'm looking it up now, making sure I got it right.
No, you're not. Just make sure you're not chatting bullshit all this time.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's very hard for me not to chat bullshit, to be honest. So.
A company controlled by a holding company. Yeah, a subsidiary. It's like a small part of a bigger thing.
It's a small branch of comedy to something bigger, like how Wall to Wall is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's a small part of a bigger part of something. That's exactly how I explained it in the interview. A small part of a bigger thing, something.
Part of bigger something. Did you know that I can handle all your somethings? And just watch their faces. Yeah. He's a fucking knob.
Oh God, it just gets worse week by week.
I thought I'd like it if it was this wacky, but it's just... I
would like it if people weren't actually serious about voting him in.
It's not... he has no chance of winning. Logically...
his supporters are fucking morons.
Come on, I mean, at some point you have to look at this and think, this is a cartoon, this is stupid. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who think they need someone better than Hillary, and I understand that.
Lesser of 2 evils.
I wish we weren't given these 2 options. Okay, Obama, he was cool. It was interesting. I just feel if you're going to have a first female president, it should be someone other than Hillary.
Say I needed heart surgery.
Oh,
I think I tweeted this before.
Hillary all the way.
If I needed heart surgery, right, I'm going to go for a heart surgeon that has a 50% mortality rate over Donald Trump. It's the exact same thing, because he is not a politician. I don't know how he actually got this far in the presidential race, but...
Well, then again, look at Reagan. That guy was an actor, and he made it in, didn't he?
Yeah.
America has a history of...
They're making their politicians celebrities, politicians.
Ceremoniously, what would I say? Dramatic leaders, or stick out leaders. For instance, The Rock is the most high-paid actor in film.
Yeah, he earned like $63 million in 1 year.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't consider him an actor, really. Not like a massive actor like Sean Penn or something.
No, he's a star. There's a difference between an actor and a star.
And therein lies the whole crux of the situation. It's America's system is just superstars all over the country. And they can run for president if they want. They can be ambassadors,
The Americans should all just club together and write in a presidential candidate when they're doing the polls. So vote for neither. Write in an alternative. And do you want to know who that alternative should be?
Ethan Hawke?
No.
Go on.
No. Okay. I know he's British born and Canadian raised.
Oh.
But Kiefer Sutherland. Who would be better? Because he was Jack Bauer for years and now he's playing the president on television.
What? Another one of these 24 loves. Jack Bauer.
I haven't referenced 24 on the podcast before.
That's even worse, because I'm sure I've heard it elsewhere from you.
I've written about it extensively.
I know you love Jack Bauer.
No, but come on, give us something. He was Jack Bauer for years, and Jack Bauer was great, and now he's playing the president on television, and he's a reluctant president, yet he's still doing better than a lot of the world leaders that we have.
Did he get promoted?
No, it's a different TV show.
Oh, so it's just still the Jack Bauer we know, but it's not.
No, he's like an ordinary everyman. He's not, I can torture you until you give me the answers to where this nuclear weapon is.
Yeah.
Although that would be great if a president could do that.
He's a real everyday Joe.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I say we write in Kiefer Sutherland, even though he's not an American.
You know what? I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'll happily take Kiefer Sutherland over this choice.
Or, write in Bernie Sanders, because he's like the only like feasible alternative.
Bernie Sanders was like, he was like their version of our Corbyn. It was like, yes, get Bernie. But then everyone's going like, oh, but he's going to die before the elections were even up.
Yeah, but anyone could die.
I know.
At any time.
The thing about Bernie Sanders is I thought if he does run for president, I'll be so happy because he seems like the most optimistical choice. But I really do hope he can actually fulfill all these promises that he's making.
Oh, yeah, that will never happen because that never happens. Come on, do we have to think back to Clegg?
Yeah.
He's ruined the lives of all the future generations of Great Britain.
Clegg was used as a fire shield by Cameron. I mean...
true.
The thing is, I hate Clegg with a passion, right? He's a spineless idiot. But I feel that if he didn't have the Tories working their hands up inside his arse, like a puppet, he might have actually attempted to maintain his promises.
Yeah, but he's a dick that did anything for power. He let them use him as a puppet.
Well, that's because he's a spineless little wimp, and Cameron was a fucking... you can stick a sausage, that's Cameron, up a puppet's arse. That's the coalition in a nutshell. It's a sausage up a puppet's arse. Anyway, past that little analogy,
a sausage up a puppet's arse.
Yeah. The world's going to shit. We got, World War III on the horizon. It's going to be great. What better time to celebrate Halloween? Hey!
Oh, yeah, we're approaching Halloween, and because we've already actually got an episode reserved for Halloween... You're making us do creepypasta again.
Yes, indeed. And once again, welcome everybody to another spooktacular episode of the Dog's Deduction.
Are you going to make me put some special effects on that?
No, I think it was creepy enough.
Yeah, right.
So yes, I have a couple of prepared meals ready. Of course, I think we'll move to the main course first. I'm just going to stop doing the accent. Move to the main course first, which is a nice big story called Clockwork.
Oh, no.
Oh?
No. We're not doing this again, Chris.
What?
Because when I go to edit this and I try and figure out a play, I'm running in and it's 20 minutes in and I'm just like, where is the cue for the intro music? I'm not fucking doing it again, Chris. Not fucking doing it.
Intro music.
Good.
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
Yes, I had a bad day at work.
We all have those, man. I understand. But at the same time, maybe even though you're, technically an entertainer on this show, you can also kind of sit back in your own way.
I don't see myself as an entertainer. I think I'm more of a pundit.
All right, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because I won't be entertaining to everyone. And I may have times of idiocy, but I like to think I keep you guys on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
I have to research your topics just to make sure you stay on the right course, and have to feed you information so you go the right way. Yes, I'm that manipulative, and yes, I do cut it out sometimes.
Well, that's all right,
But I didn't do this. I didn't research this.
Any press is good press,
We don't get any press.
Well, I don't know how.
But our Facebook page gets a few views every now and then. Woohoo!
Yeah, we do. That's probably me, but...
No, because you're an admin. It wouldn't count yours.
Wouldn't it? Oh, this newfound technology really irks me. You mean me refreshing the video 200 times last night didn't work? Oh.
If you refreshed the video 200 times, it wouldn't count.
I'm joking.
Okay.
But I remember I used to do that when I first started on YouTube.
Even though it didn't make any difference.
God, I used to be one of those fucking idiots. made music videos over their favourite film or something. I thought, oh, if I refresh it a couple more times, I can get it up to about 50. Oh, and then it won't just seem like a new video to people, you know. And that was the early days of YouTube when that shit actually worked. Yeah, that's the old days. Yeah, don't work anymore, which is a good thing, really.
The old days. That's 10 years ago.
Oh, it's over 10 years ago.
No, YouTube started 2006, right? 2005, 2006 area.
Oh, shit, it seems like longer.
And they sold it a few years later for like 1.8 billion or something.
That's not bad, is it?
It just makes me wish I did better in like IT.
No, well, look, I'm going to level with you. You wouldn't have got 1.8 billion if you did a little better in IT.
I'm sorry, 1.7 billion would have been just as good.
Yes, if not better.
Do you ever wonder what people would do with like $1 billion? I mean, like, do you find the time to actually spend all that money?
Mate, you find time. Obviously, you don't want to spend it all. You want your rainy day fund.
No, but the thing is, you could live off the interest, for crying out loud. That money's just going to be there. What is the point of it?
You live off that interest. I mean, obviously, there's no challenge anymore, and that's a sad thing. But fuck it, you can pretty much play The Sims in real life. You can build your own house. You could have 2 TVs. You know, it's endless.
Okay, so being a billionaire is like real life Sims.
You could even go on eBay and see if you could buy some Crystal Pepsi, because I know that shit goes for a lot of money.
There's Crystal Pepsi, but regular Pepsi sucks. It's too sweet.
They have these cans online where they sell Crystal Pepsi, which came out in like 1992 or something. And because people are nostalgic for that shit, they'll sell it for a lot of money, and there will be people that buy it. But apparently it's not a good idea to drink.
Well, because it's 1990s.
Exactly. It's Crystal Pepsi. Plus, it's Crystal Pepsi.
But
Apparently
regular
it's shit.
Pepsi sucks. I don't understand how people like Pepsi. It's
Pepsi's
so
alright.
sweet, I want to kill myself.
Well, not that much, really. I mean, the only time I wanted to kill myself was when I ran out of Lilt. But
I remember Lilt.
Lilt was...
Do they still have it?
They do in very select places, and you know what? I used to be addicted to that shit, but I had it recently, and I realised why I was addicted, because it is literally cocaine in a bottle. It is sugary and sweet as hell, and it's almost disgusting, but it's still refreshing.
I know, it is fairly disgusting, but we still drank it.
I remember I watched an episode of Kenan and Kel, and they showed an X-ray of his skeleton. It was all orange, and I thought, like, yeah, that's probably what it looks like in one of us.
Yellowy green.
Exactly, yeah, like uranium glow, you know.
Oh, you know what drink sucked? The general public wouldn't have drank it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this place in Brick Lane called Bangla. They used to sell a drink called Kibla Cola.
Kibla Cola.
Yes.
Like Kubla Khan, but
No,
Kibla Cola.
it's like an Arab version of Coke.
Oh, yes.
And it sucked balls.
Why?
I don't understand how they could have
was it-
used the name cola. It sucked. It didn't taste like cola.
To be fair, all cola, aside from Coke, is shit anyway.
That's true.
You get people that use it as, like, toilet cleaner, and it works.
Yeah. No, because I recently bought cherry cola from Tesco's, purely because I really, really like the bottle.
Yeah.
But to get to the bottle, I had to drink the drink.
Oh, those glass bottles?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I had to drink the drink to empty it out, and it just almost made me sick.
Well, what are you going to do with the bottle? Just put it on your
No, I've
mantle?
got the bottle. I'm looking at it right now.
Ah, that's
You know me, I collect random shit.
Yeah, and it's that random shit that'll get you onto an episode of Hoarders in about 20 years' time.
Yeah. Yeah, my spreadsheets. No. Hoarders don't have spreadsheets.
My spreadsheets.
Hoarders don't have spreadsheets.
They have piles, not spreadsheets. They have piles of spreadsheets.
How long do you have to know someone before you can actually tell them that you keep spreadsheets of your possessions?
Well, luckily in your case, you won't have to wait at all, because this is a podcast.
Yeah, but we get like 400 downloads a month. How many billion people? Well, 500, but how many billion people are in the world?
I think when you get that special husband of yours,
Oh no, I wasn't just talking about husband, I just meant people.
or that special, or even just people, right? You tell them to start with episode 1 of this podcast, and by the time they get up to this episode, they should know you well enough to accept it.
To know that. Oh yeah,
Otherwise-
that's normal for her.
Otherwise, they're a fucking stranger and you wasted their time, so you win anyway.
I only started my book one. I haven't finished it because there is no IMDb for books. I mean, there is one, but it's really shit and it hardly has anything on there.
Do you actually have a spreadsheet for everything you own?
Well, I have one for DVDs and I have one for books. I was going to try and do one for clothes, but I have too many clothes. And trying to think back to when I bought them and where I bought them from, it's just going to be manic. I need to be shut away from the outside world for a month.
That's like a form of OCD, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we had the OCD episode.
I think we did, yeah. We learned some dark secrets on that one, didn't we?
Yeah, it was like therapy for us.
We're all fucked.
Yeah. Oh, God, we're weirdos.
Oh, we're weirdos, but fuck it.
I hope future employers do not listen to this episode.
He said, tapping his fingers exactly an even number of times on the table.
Oh, God, no, because it takes me so long to lock the door when I'm leaving the house. So, okay, yeah, no, we're just rehashing the OCD. We're rehashing the OCD.
Oh, God, I missed my train again. Well, at least I'm going to have good luck today.
No, but now I have to, leave the house 10 minutes early because it's getting colder, so it's stiffer to lock the door. So I need more time to lock it so I can check it's locked.
Oh.
It's not funny. Why am I laughing? It's horrible because it gives me a headache.
It's all we can do.
Oh, God, I have a problem, don't I?
We all have problems. So the best thing you can do is button up your lip and deal with it. Live life. It's a fucked up life. Just make sure you die before World War III happens.
Hey, that's not guaranteed at this point.
I know.
Brexit, Brangelina,
don't get me started. Oh.
Intrumpted.
Oh, that's too much drama.
Too much drama. Brangelina came
Brangelina.
along after everything.
And then they went after Jennifer Aniston like a pack of hounds.
They got divorced 10 years ago or something like that. Let's just get the fuck over it, tabloids.
Well,
Tabloid journalism, go fuck yourself. Just leave people alone. Don't make them stars because I just want to watch them act. I don't want to know. I don't want to know who they're banging every 5 minutes.
Oh, to be fair, though, Jennifer Aniston actually comes off as quite a nice person.
I don't really look into her.
Again, it's an American superstar thing because they don't have their own monarchy.
That's true. The Clintons and the Kennedys and stuff, they're the royalty.
That was the
US.
closest they had to a monarchy,
Yeah.
But other than that, they wish they had one. Trust me, they love England for its monarchy.
They can take it. You know what? They can take it. I don't care.
Yeah.
What did they do for me? Nothing.
Exactly.
Why is the TV on the news all day whenever Kate Middleton is given birth? Who gives a shit? I don't even want to see babies I know.
I remember it really ruined my lunch when they had that baby, and I thought to myself, I'm eating meat, and I'm just thinking of a fetus now. But one thing I find really annoying about when they go out to social visits to different countries, all these orphanages where they have disabled children. And obviously it's isn't she wonderful going to visit these children? But I always think to myself, if Kate Middleton had a disability herself, she would not be eligible for the royal crown.
They wouldn't let any gay members of the royal family be open. And come on, look at how big the royal family is. Come on, a few of them have to be gay.
Oh, yeah, come on.
At this point...
There's a couple of queens in there somewhere,
I think...
I'm just saying.
You're punny.
I know, thank you.
So, speaking of puns and writing and language,
let's fuck everything up, eh? With a nice old pasta. A creepy pasta, if you will.
I had pasta for lunch as well.
Did you? Then this should be right up your alley.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. I'm only going on word of mouth. I haven't actually read this one.
Oh my God, you can't even read the creepypasta.
It's quite a long... I've read the other ones, which were smaller. For my research on this one, I decided not to read it.
So your research was not researching?
Actually, reading some of the comments, I'm a little bit worried. Okay, I'm going to go for it. The story is called Clockwork, Your Time Is Up. And it's a little bit of a long one, so if we don't have time, we'll just do this one. Again, I'm not too sure what's in this. I think it might be a troll pasta or a creepypasta. I don't know. That's really bad.
What's a troll pasta?
Troll pastas are creepypastas that are intentionally written really poorly with terrible grammar and stupid plot points. It takes the piss out of the creepypastas that aren't that great.
Okay, so the stuff that we wanted to write.
Yeah, so there's 3 types. There's your normal creepypasta, can range from pretty good to decent to average. And then you've got the ones we love, which is the shit pasta, like Jeff the Killer, and all those ones that just aren't that great.
Let's not use the word we.
Oh, you like them?
No. You said the ones we love. I'm not involved in that.
You don't like the shit pasta? For its shittiness?
I just get upset with the world.
Oh, yeah, well, I like him. So that's the shit pasta. And then the third option, which is a very interesting one, troll pasta. Basically, it's taken the piss out of all creepypasta, especially the ones that are written terribly. It might be written deliberately with lots of cliches. There's that infamous one that's just called Who Was Phone? Things like that, really. But let's get stuck into this meaty meal. Anyway, it's a bit long, but I'll read it to you. Are you sitting comfortably?
Yes, in my bed.
Then
I really want to just put my duvet around me. Should I put my duvet around me? I do not know.
Yes.
You know this, Chris, because you're here.
Yes, I can see.
But you're not in my bed because I don't like you like that, sorry.
I have my armchair at the side with a storybook.
I actually do have an armchair in my room. Well, it's not an armchair, it's like a sofa chair sort of thing in my room, so you could be sitting there.
Sometimes it creaks by itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think that's just because I pour loads of clothes and shit onto it.
I can see this is going to be another one of those I'm creepy and you're realistic.
Yes.
Let me begin with this story. This is going to be quite a long one, but I'll stop for intervals.
Okay.
A little girl sat in her room. Her messy brown hair were put into little pigtails as her hazel eyes stared at the door. She hugged... Great start, right? Oh!
Fucking already, what the fuck? I spent my whole afternoon editing someone's letter.
Oh, this is going to kill you.
Oh, God.
Think of this as your Halloween treat. She hugged her stuffed giraffe close to her little body and listened closely to the loud yells of her father and mother. I never should have had any damn kids, screamed a loud, deep voice. All they do is make messes, complain, draw on the walls. He was...
Make messes, complain, drawn on the walls.
Oh, it's real talk.
I'm sorry, man. So sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I'll be less noisiness.
He was cut off by the high, angered yell of the girl's mother. They're children, David. They don't know
Wait
any
a minute,
better.
these are the parents talking.
Yep.
Why don't they know English?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. This is probably written by a 2-year-old.
Possibly. They know how to use computers better than we do nowadays,
No,
so...
a 7-year-old. I'll give it that.
2-year-olds can use iPads now.
Oh, don't make me feel bad. That means I was technically retarded at 6 years old then.
No, it's more innocent time where we didn't have that shit. We actually went outside and played.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear. That's all I needed. Oh, fuck.
My parents never let me have that. Okay, anyway, let's carry on.
Our first swear word. Okay. They're children, David. They don't know any better. Oh, fuck me, Mary Beth. I don't want to hear your bullshit excuses. I've had just about enough with them. And what do you plan to do about it? The girl heard loud footsteps coming towards her room, and she hugged her giraffe closer. Their door was violently opened, and in the doorway stood a large, angry, overweight father. Ugh. In one of his meaty hands, he held a large textbook. David, stop it, screamed her mother. But the father ignored his wife's pleading cries. He grabbed the little girl by the collar, and she screamed and kicked, trembling and shaking in fear. The girl's father harshly held up the textbook. This is for drawing on the fucking walls, you little bitch. Holy shit, this is actually quite dark.
Yeah.
We're going to continue. This might actually be a dark episode.
I want to reach out to the author, so if you're listening, please contact us.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk through this. I mean, I'm not very good with the emotion thing, but I can try. I mean, I could pretend to be human rather than a cyborg.
I really hope there's certain themes that aren't in this. Anyway, years later, the little girl, known as Natalie, was now 9 years old, going through the stage of puberty. She was naturally a little chubby. Like the usual, she sat in her room watching TV. Her dad was ranting on about some economic crap that she really could give less a shit about, as she munched on some popcorn. She was also currently drawing a picture. There was a bit of gore in it, but strangely, she really liked drawing blood. It gave her some weird satisfaction.
I guess we can see where this is going.
Yeah. Other than that, multitasking was no problem for her. Good on you, girl. It became apparent to her at a young age, after having to do so much hard work and labour, that she was able to do so many things at once. Drawing ended up being her talent and passion.
Wait, hard labour at 9 years old, yeah? What the fuck is she doing?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
The
Multitasking on
kids
what?
don't know what hard work is. It is selling your soul
Yeah.
just so you have enough money to live off.
Multitask with no problems. Using 2 crayons at the same time or something.
What the fuck? I would kill to be 9 again. Like, it was so easy back then. You didn't have to worry about jack shit.
I know,
I mean,
mate.
you were loved unconditionally. No one had any expectations of you.
I know.
And, yeah, it was so much easier. Your life was fun.
Best shows and stuff. Yeah.
People were proud of you whenever you did anything because you're 9 and everything's an
Yeah.
achievement.
It was all about you, you know?
Yeah. Well,
was great.
well, no, because my brother was 2 at that point, so it's sort of all like
Oh,
him.
he fucked it up for you, didn't he?
Yeah, no, 7. 7 is when my my childhood ended.
Oh, that's really sad.
I'm joking.
Okay. It was her way from escaping reality. Whenever something bad would rear its ugly head and peer in. Ugh, that's creepy. Or when she was simply bored. Oh, okay. She suddenly heard the closing of her door and looked to the left, pausing on munching on her popcorn. There stood her brother, Lucas, who was 14 years old. Oh, he's come out of nowhere. What is it? She could still hear her father yelling. Oh, by the way, it's spelled Here. She could still hear her father's yelling from outside her door. Dad scaring you? He let out a chuckle. No way. I think we're both used to his yelling by now. There was a long pause. So why are you in here? He seemed to play with his sleeves slightly and twitch a bit. I have to ask you something. He trained his eyes on her. She frowned slightly, growing impatient with her brother interrupting her movie and drawing. What? He moved a little closer. You said you wanted to be cool and grow up like a teenager, right? She nodded slightly, brightened up suddenly. Well, I have an offer. Just spit it out, you dimwit. You know what guys and... Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why didn't you read this before?
You know what guys and girls do together sometimes, right?
Oh my god, Chris, I don't want to do this.
The next day at school, Natalie did not say a word. Oh, shit. She did not speak for the whole day. She didn't have anyone to speak to anyways. This is fucked up. Okay.
How much
listen.
longer is there of this?
It's long. Shall I just,
Not
give
do
you-
this?
Yeah, I've got some better ones that are shorter.
Okay, so listeners, can we just clarify, right? Like, first of all, a brother and sister doing it, or doing it with immediate family, or even cousins, I think is a bit gross. It's incest. And if it's significantly older and manipulating you into it, it's called grooming. So, if anything like that's happening, speak out, and it's not fucking entertainment that should be poorly written on creepypasta websites.
Ooh, incest. The best
And
kind.
this is coming from the podcast that did a Jimmy Savile episode.
Oh, they were some great ones.
Oh man, that was so wrong.
Happy Halloween, guys. We'll leave the link in some sort of description somewhere.
No,
You can
let's
go
let
look
that
it for
die.
yourself.
I
It's-
can't believe this is you didn't bother doing research. You
It's
just
called
read
Clockwork.
through
Your
it.
time is up. And it's got some great incest in there if you want a bit of
Oh,
that.
for fuck's
Yeah.
sake, no, it's not incest, it's paedophilia. He's 14, he's not of age, but he's in his
I
manly
just-
zone. He's 9 years old. That's disgusting.
I just can't believe this is written by an angsty teenager or even younger, you know.
I don't think, it must be younger than a teenager for the misspellings.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to be edgy, and it's annoying. But anyway, I've got some fun ones, and there's not as many of those.
You bastard, Chris, you've just ruined the whole episode.
I did a bit, but hey ho. These ones are quite short, but they should be quite as bad, you know. All right, this one's called The Boss. Once upon a time, I was working at work.
No, I tend to sleep at work.
And doing my job. I'm sorry.
Again, this is a kid that doesn't know what work is.
Once upon a time, I was working at work and doing my job, and then my boss said we needed to talk in his office. I said, okay, sure, yes. And he said, okay, Bill, you're fired, unless you do something for me. And I said to him, okay, sure, yes. Again, because I do not want to be fired, because then I will have no money. Then he told me how he was Satan and also the devil. And he told me he wanted to chew my soul because I am not efficient enough at my job.
This sounds like something I wrote when I was like 5.
I said, please no. he did it anyways, and then I died. So now I am dead, and also I had bleed to death. This is a true story, I know, because I am you.
Just how? Why do people publish these things? They must read back and realise, no, this isn't very good.
Dude, that's got to be a troll pasta. There's no way anyone
No, yeah,
is
that's
serious
just
about that.
awful. That's like many layers of
But
awful.
sometimes a good troll pasta like that just is perfect, you know? Oh, brilliant.
So many levels of shite.
The best kind. Oh, well, that's a good redemption right there.
You're still on the, I don't want to look at... I'm not looking at you right now.
Oh, that's all right. At least we went off the clockwork anyway. This one's called The Lost Game. Ooh, like in one of those Lost Creepypasta gaming episodes where they have like a hidden cartridge or something. One time I bought a game. It was called Game. I played it and there was static. Nothing but static. So I burned it because it was haunted. But that night I saw static staring menacingly at me through my window. Now I am one with static.
How does a static stare at you?
Menacingly.
Menacingly. How can you personify static?
Exactly. Oh, I'm sure he meant to say it looked at me demonically, right?
Oh, God.
It let out a
He
demonic
burnt it all
laugh.
up because it was haunted. Just, wow. That has to be a troll one as well, right?
It's gotta be, dude. I think a lot of these are going to be troll ones. It's very hard nowadays to find a genuinely serious, bad creepypasta that isn't like 5 pages long, you know? I mean, 20 pages long. But these short ones, they give you just imagine that they're serious about it, you know? This one's called Can You Smell Fear? So I'm sitting here on my couch, which is pushed to my computer, and the rest of the room is to my back. I'm watching TV and jacking off when I hear this really...
It's jacking off.
Jacking off.
No, but it's jacking off.
Yeah, this one's put jacking. I've heard Americans say jacking.
This person that wrote it is too young to know what jerking off is.
I'm having a jack. I'm watching TV and jacking off when I hear this really menacing cackle from behind me. I shit too many bricks to sit up and look behind me. So I just slowly move.
To be fair, I actually do love that term.
Yeah, I do as well. Kudos to this guy.
Yeah.
I shit too many bricks to sit up and look behind me. So I just slowly moved my head to the left, where I saw my cat. It was stating either blankly or terrified. Stating.
I'm assuming they mean staring, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was staring, either blankly or terrified. God damn it. At the space right behind the couch. And perfectly frozen in a position I don't normally see it in. I just watched it. Literally, I just watched it. My God. No, okay. I just watched it, imagining what kind of evil it saw right behind me. But then I noticed something. It started scratching and contracting its back. It was taking a shit, and the cackle was just it farting. It was staring because it was focusing. I nearly threw up trying to clean it up. God damn it. Then a skeleton popped out.
How are we supposed to take these seriously?
Yeah. Oh, bless these people. Right, I have like 3 left.
No, before we move on, listeners, that story is proof that you should proofread before submitting anything. Because if we had proofread, Chris, we would have got such better grades in university.
Oh, yes, I know.
And our work was a hell of a lot better than that shit.
But to be honest, like, part of me is like, yeah, totally. These guys are funny and how bad they are. But part of me is thinking they are doing it deliberately. Like, that's troll pastas for you. They get words wrong to take the piss out of them. But then again, that means I can't tell what's a troll pasta and what's generally just bad. You know? I
think you like to think that they're troll pastas because you want to think that, people did this on purpose.
Well, I want to think they're real. I want people to be that dumb. But sometimes you have to face reality. Sometimes disappointments mean that people aren't as silly as they sound, you know? Like these clowns that are attacking us all over the country now.
Wait, what clowns?
The killer clowns that have made appearances all over the place.
There's killer clowns?
Yeah, haven't you heard of this?
No.
In America and some parts of Europe, there's sightings of clowns, killer clowns.
You know Sam Winchester from Supernatural?
Oh, yes.
He has a phobia of clowns.
Oh, this is not his month. Trust me.
No.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of this. There's like an epidemic.
No, I wish I had. Next week's episode will be on the clown killers, and it's definitely not me.
You need to search this up. It's going to be a cracking Halloween episode. This one's called Hawaii 50.
Hawaii 50, are you sure it's not
Hawaii.
50?
It's Hawaii and 50.
Hawaii 50, like the TV show.
Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
It was like a big TV show back in the day, and they rebooted it, and it's apparently still a big TV show.
Who was on it?
Some people. It's like a detective show, but set in Hawaii.
Oh, that sounds quite cool.
Hawaii.
Hawaii 50.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because that's the name for police, isn't it?
Yeah.
One day, I was home alone. My parents had just bought a new house. I was watching TV, and all of a sudden, I heard a ghost walking through my kitchen. I quickly rolled under the couch. As I looked behind me, I saw the said ghost. I got from under the couch, and I ran into my room, and I slammed the door. I picked up my cell phone and called 911. When I didn't know was another ghost was under my bed, breathing very hard. And I read that as it was. I talked to a police officer, and he said, I will be there in 3, 2, 1. When he busted the door open, the ghosts were chasing me around the house. One of them bit my leg off, and I screamed in horror. The police officer got his gun out and shot all of the evil ghosts. The next morning, my parents came home, back from vacation in Hawaii. They gave me the look as if I threw a house party. I shrugged my shoulders in discomfort. They looked at my injuries and took me to the hospital. On the way there, I told them the whole story. A few weeks later, my family and I moved out of the ghostly house and into a safe apartment. Wow.
Is that the end of the story?
That's the end of the story.
Like, you know the scariest part of that story?
What?
His parents think it's okay to go on holiday and leave their child
I
at
know,
home
right?
alone.
What the
Like,
fuck? Like,
how is that okay?
how did I not pick up on that? Shit, I'm usually one of the first to pick up on the whole Home Alone thing.
Like, how is that okay? I mean,
like-
the moment they came home, that police officer should have arrested them because they abandoned their child and they neglected it.
Yeah.
And he almost died, but through these, ghosts.
But the true genius of this is the fact that it's called Hawaii 50.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Hawaii or the police. Actually, there is a police officer in it.
Yeah, there's like a throwaway comment, they came back from Hawaii. Like, wow, I thought it was going to be like Hawaii Detectives
They do
or
it for
something.
the hits, man.
Yeah, man. Okay.
We should have called our show, just called the podcast Sherlock, rather than
What?
The Door of Seduction. Why did we try and be so smart about it?
Well, I had a different name.
Oh, yeah, Midnight Moaners.
I think Midnight Moaners. I also thought of Schmuck Bait.
Oh, yeah, and we were Couch Potatoes for a while, but there were so many
Couch
different Couch
Potatoes.
Potatoes we decided not to.
That was a good name, though.
The Door of Seduction, I came up with that years ago for a blog, and I never did it.
To be fair, Dork Seduction, it rolled off the tongue when I first heard it.
Yeah, the alliteration is fantastic.
Now it's in a connotation of pain and suffering for
Yeah.
me. But
I bet none of these creepy pasta writers know what alliteration is.
this one seems to.
Oh, yeah, now I'm interested.
This one's called The Change. Somewhere in West Philadelphia.
Born and raised in a playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling
Your-
out, relaxing, relaxing and cool. Shooting people all up.
You need
So a couple of guys.
to control yourself. Control yourself. I've actually pre-read this one. This is the only one I pre-read, and you'll like this.
So making trouble in the neighborhood. I don't want to find my mom got scared. And said, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plates I can't talk anymore. What?
Oh, come
So
on,
when I decide to just talk it and try and do it normally, I stop.
You've heard this for 10 years. You can get it right.
The license plate said fresh and it had a dice in the mirror.
That's what it meant? Oh.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was a different word altogether.
What did you think it was?
I'm not going to say.
What do you think it was?
I can't remember.
Okay.
The change.
I didn't even get to fine. Let's carry on.
You will finish it after this.
No, it's alright.
Trust me, you will.
Okay.
Somewhere in West Philadelphia, you will find an old basketball court with a single ball lying in the middle. Pick it up and start shooting hoops. After a while, a small group of hooligans will approach you and challenge you to a fight, which you must accept. After the fight, you must go home and relay the events to your mother. She will then inform you that you have an aunt and an uncle living in one of the districts of Los Angeles. And out of fear, she will send you to live there for an indefinite period of time. With your bags packed, go to the street corner and whistle for a cab.
And when it came near?
The cab that will pull up will bear the word fresh on the license plate. And upon closer inspection, novelty fuzzy dice will hang in the mirror. Although you will suddenly realize that cabs like these are extremely hard to find. Do not bear any thought to it. At this point, you must point out in front of the car and say, "Yo Holmes to Bel Air."
Yo home to Bel Air.
And you will stop in front of a mansion. And it will be sometime between 7 and 8 o'clock, even though it will feel like you've just been travelling mere seconds. Get your luggage out and say, "Yo Holmes, smell you later." But do not turn back to face the cabbie. Walk up to the door, look over your shoulder once, and then knock on the door 3 times. If you follow these instructions, your life will get turned upside down.
That was amazing.
I know, right?
That was incredible.
I love how you immediately, as soon as you say West Philadelphia, everyone
Born
gets
and
on
raised
that.
in a big and most of my
And
days,
yet- and
chilling
yet-
at Macton, relaxing, I'm cool, and shooting some people up to no two, and a couple of guys who are up to no good. So I'm making trouble in the neighborhood. And one little fight, my mom got upstairs.
And you moved with your auntie and Uncle Bel Air. I whistled a cab.
Yes.
When it came near, the license plate, dice in the mirror.
Dice in the mirror.
Dice in the mirror. Oh, man.
Dude, I really want to watch Fresh Prince
I
now.
bet even when after I said West Philadelphia and you went on that, you didn't realise it was all going to be about that, did you? It was just...
It's default setting. The moment someone says West Philadelphia, that comes into your head.
Exactly.
And that is the only time my singing/rapping will not be cut out of the podcast, because I do it a lot. And I cut it all out.
I thought it was quite good.
No, but then I started thinking about it and remembering I was being recorded, and then I panicked a little bit and fucked up.
Okay. I've got one last one here, and then I'll read a final sentence one. This one's called The Terrible Bastard of Death. So one time, right, there was this seriously big apartment building, mainly used for student housing. Anyway, in the middle of the day, on some day other than October 31st, the students in room 16...
Was it October 30th?
I think, you know what? It sounds like a cliche, but I don't think there's been a cliche like that. It's almost reinvented itself. In the middle of the day, on some day other than October 31st, the students in room 65 get a phone call. "There's a new student going to be moving in next to you," says the voice on the other end. They ask who it is, no answer. But sure enough, the next day, there's boxes of stuff outside the room next to theirs. They hear movement and footsteps, but every time they go out, to introduce themselves, there's nobody there. A couple of weeks pass, right? And they start forgetting about it. There's no new car in the parking lot, and nobody new on the bus to college. But then it starts to smell. Not just their corridor, not just their floor. The whole apartment block starts smelling of bad eggs and rotting meat. And just their floor. And when they're going to or from their apartment, they notice some weird liquid trickling under the door of the room next to theirs. But everyone buys some air freshener, and they start forgetting about it again. But then the screaming starts. In the middle of the night, screams of horror sounding really close by. They try putting on some music, but after a few nights, the lack of sleep starts to really fuck them up. So they knock on the unseen neighbour's door to try and get him to shut up. No answer. They look through the keyhole. It was red. They'd been worried. They've heard all the stories, but no, they can see through fine. And it's just normal. It's just a normal-looking apartment, basically the same as theirs. Next day, there's a body in the parking lot behind the building. It's clearly been thrown from high up. Why does our bastard neighbour have to do all this fucking shit? Asked one of them, looking out the window at the body.
That's exactly the thought process I'd go through if I found out my neighbour was a murderer. It's like, why is he being so fucking inconvenient? You know who wrote this? A Brit.
Yes.
Definitely a Brit.
He's acting like a fucking nut.
Yeah. It's like, are you kidding me, fucking murderer?
At least it distracts everyone from our murdering, replies another, forcing some mangled flesh into the food disposal. Boom! Whoa!
That makes more sense, yeah.
What a twist! Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's shit though.
Yeah. Pretty shit.
Okay, this last one, it's very short. It's called Who Was Phoned?
Phone, as in our mobile phones.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, here we are. Okay, so basically it's like this. You are at a friend... Oh, God, Tamon, I wish you could see how this was written.
No, read it as it is written.
It's hard to read a lowercase o and a capital case K for okay. Okay. So basically it's like this. You are
Are
at
you
a
trying to do
friend's
a really
house.
weird South African accent?
I'm not. That's the funny thing. I'm just trying to read it as it is.
So it is like this.
Okay, so it's like this.
Like the prawns, alright? I'm just
That's
thinking of
racist.
Chateau Copley in District 9.
I love that film. You are at a friend's house for like the night or whatever, and then you guys are making out on the couch. Yeah. And then like her dad calls on the phone and says, no, she likes it more if you use the other hand. Yeah. And you're like, oh dude, your dad is trying to give me advice on how to diddle you. And then she's like, I don't have a dad or whatever. But what? Who was phone? The classic.
Yeah. Okay. I'm upset with the world right now, Chris. I'm just upset with the world. I mean...
And that is the Creepypasta episode. Hey!
That was... Wow, okay.
Painful?
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet this made up your good day then, doesn't it?
Why'd you do this to me, Chris? Why not just a lovely murder or something like that?
Oh, the murders are too easy. You know, we need to destroy the mind as well
I
as
was
the
thinking
body.
maybe we could do Robert Durst or something, but no. You bring on the creepypasta. You did the pedo incest.
Yeah, a bit of pedo incest, the best type. It's a good little pre-Halloween treat for all you listeners out there.
I love how our moral code stopped us from finishing the first story.
Well, it's not even that. I didn't want to. I hadn't screened it. I didn't have enough time, and I read some of the comments saying, "Yeah, rape isn't a plot point," and I thought, "Oh shit, what have I got here?"
Yet you still...
I thought to myself, "It's too late now. Let's read it and see how bad it gets." You know, is it going to be like 9.5 weeks bad or snuff bad? But even if it wasn't, it was just it. Well, I wasn't laughing really, to be honest.
It's
I think
exploitation and...
I was more offended by it not making me laugh, if anything.
I'm offended by the fact that people think it's just... it happens, man. It's not for entertainment, even though we watch shows about it and movies about it. But still, man, if it's poorly written, I don't want to know about it.
Oh. Well, you know what? that's creepypasta. I'm sure next time we'll have some better ones. But are you preparing for Halloween? This Halloween, you doing anything special?
Yeah, I pretend I'm not in when people knock on my door.
Oh, I want people to knock on my door.
Why?
So I can throw shit out.
No, because we're not fucking American, all right? That is not what we do in England. England, we do not talk to our neighbours. We do not talk to other people. We do not knock on people's door asking them for chocolate. It's wrong. Many levels of wrong.
I used to do that. I used to love doing it. Yeah. I mean, I got a razor a couple of times, but that's to be expected in South London.
Yeah, no, I remember the first time someone knocked on our door. I was like, what the hell are they doing here? We live in a block of flats. How did they get in? What bastards let them in?
Have you ever tried asking them trick?
No, I don't want my house to get egged. That's what I used to do on Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Did you used to egg people?
Not people.
No, I mean houses.
Not people.
This is being broadcasted, by the way. Be careful
not
about what
people.
you say.
It's fine. I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, you killed him.
I'm the real creepypasta.
Yeah.
So we're talking about trolls, right? I was going to mention this to you before. It's again presidential debate related. I can't figure out whether the Republics are trolling me on Twitter or actually think I support them, because I am sarcastic quite a bit, and Republicans are quite a bit stupid, so they might think I support them, but I don't. Why are they following me on Twitter?
You have to remember, there are only a few people, select people, that can master sarcasm in writing form on the internet. Patton Oswalt, for instance, is...
Well, first of all, I have common sense. You can see that through my tweets. So why on earth would I support a sexist...
If you were liberal or Republican, as soon as you say something that's either, you could be serious or joking, but as soon as you say something that can be construed as a benefit to a Republican, they are going to take it as a benefit to a Republican. They're going to take it as a
But you've seen
compliment.
my tweets, Chris.
I know, but they haven't.
They have. Because for some reason they followed me on Twitter and added me to these lists and things.
Then they're living in denial.
And it's just, why? I don't like it. I want them to stop. If someone clicks on my name, I don't want them to see that there's a Republican following me. It's an official Republican Party Twitter.
The whole idea of an ailing political party is to live in denial, you know? That's what keeps them fighting till the end. Otherwise, there would be certain candidates that would just give up. Well, there are certain candidates that give up halfway through.
I wish Donald Trump would.
Well, he's the only thing that's contending with Hillary at this point. So, people were saying that there's another a Republican nominee that they think that if Donald Trump dropped out, this guy would actually have a better chance.
You know what? I hope he doesn't drop out, and I hope, because he gets into power, someone does a coup on the US. Because, you know what? You fucking deserve it if you voted him in.
Well, who would you want to do a coup?
I don't know.
A coup de grace?
Yeah, but I don't want military power with people on a whole country under military rule. So that sort of... And coup d'etat, they usually military, isn't it? That's involved.
Well, like the recent one that happened in Turkey.
Mm.
Yeah, it was messy. But then again, you have to remember, at least these governments, they have some sort of shred of democracy, as much of a joke as it can be. They're not lost like, say, Russia or Beijing at the moment, which is in a really bad state. You get those student protesters that are kind of trying to opt out the government. Some of them are actually doing quite a good job, actually. But obviously you don't know what's going to happen because it is quite a corrupt system over there. The people want democracy, Tarman.
Yeah.
And they have to be given democracy.
Yeah. Just think back to the first episode we ever recorded. That was the Jameson family. Never fucking mentioned anything serious or of note. We've evolved. We've grown.
It was all happy smiles back then with the murders,
we were
wasn't
talking
it?
about the family murder.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't affect us personally, so we didn't care.
Yeah, that's true.
And they were already dead. I mean, what can we do about it?
Fuck them all. I don't care. We're going to talk about these people that are dead now this week. Fuck them. It's not me. All right, next week we'll talk about the Loch Ness Monster and these stupid saddos that got killed.
We do talk about a lot of people that get killed, don't we?
And a vampire that likes to travel the Atlas.
Wait,
and
you did that episode.
Yep.
And you took away... What you took away from it was it's a vampire that travels the Atlas.
Didn't you get that as well? He globetrots.
It wasn't about Dracula, for crying out loud.
Yes, it was. It was about Dracula, and he likes to travel around the globe. That's why he's called the Atlas Vampire. To be fair, I seriously had that picture in my mind when Matt first mentioned the Atlas Vampire. I imagined like a Dracula cartoon in the style of Steamboat Willie traveling the globe.
I want to suck your blood.
Brilliant.
I don't think there's much more we can say. I mean, Chris, you disappointed us all.
That's all right.
And like the Fresh Prince one almost brought it back, but it went on for a bit too long. I mean, once we got the joke. I mean,
No,
yeah, like I
that
stopped
was
laughing
gold.
after like the first few lines. I'm just like, okay, it's carrying on now. So that got a bit old really quickly. I mean, we got the joke. I mean, you didn't have to carry on.
But it was a classic.
I do want to watch Fresh Prince though.
I do. Yeah.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised in a playground was where I spent most of my days. Why am I the only one rapping, Chris?
Chilling out and relaxing in my neighbor area. Have you seen something you guys can all view as well? There was this video. There's these troll videos, right, on YouTube of these. You know those what do you call them? Off-license news stations. What do you call them? Localized
News
TV.
agents? What?
Yep, you know localized TV in America.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's one that was for like a Christian phone-in sort of station, and they read out people's problems and things, and
Can we send some there? Should we talk
I
about my
wish.
spreadsheet problem?
Well, that's the thing. Like, someone actually did something like this. They rephrased the whole of Bel Air, but with their own words, like we just read here. So this guy would read out the problem. And he said, "I was born and raised with my parents in West Philadelphia, and it was a good time. But there were times when I would be relaxing in my recreational park, and there were some dudes causing trouble in my neighbor area." And he actually read the whole thing out until someone stopped him. And he said, "Okay, you guys can't keep doing this. This is really wrong."
Can't keep doing this.
It's brilliant. It's it's wonderful. And they kept fucking with these stations as well.
I would if I lived there.
Yeah. It was brilliant.
Or
And
had the time.
it's all on YouTube, guys. Go check it out. It's wonderful. It'll shed a tear with your eye, you know. You'll shed a tear.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised in the playground is where I spend most of my days.
Chilling out, relaxing on cool and shooting some meatball outside the school. When a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight, and my mom got scared.
Said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle Bella."
I begged and pleaded with her. She must.
I don't know that bit.
She packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me a ticket. I put my Walkman on. I said, "Might as well kick it. First class. Yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air live like? This might be all right."
How'd you look? Because like that whole middle bit was only like in the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, I know. But
How do you know that?
Because it's part of the song. Come
Okay.
on.
No, I don't know that bit.
Okay,
I mean, I know it, but I don't know all the words, so I don't even bother attempting it.
The sad reason I know all that is because one Christmas when I was a kid, I got Will Smith the best hits or something like that on
Was it
CD.
just that one song?
I was listening to that on my Walkman, and I just listened to it all the time. It's like,
Okay, and listeners out there, if you don't know what a Walkman is, you're probably too young to listen. Actually, no, Walkmans died out a long time ago.
I had two Will Smith albums. There was the Will Smith The Hits. There was also one called Big Willie Style.
I remember that other song he did, the Snatch one.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. No, Switch, it's not Snatch.
I say, hitch, hey, turn around and switch. Oh man, that was good. And then that was when he started growing up, and he finally did the Party Starter, and then that was his last song, and it was just all about films.
Oh yeah, and then it was Here Comes the Man in Black.
Yeah, which is funny because
Galaxy Defenders.
there's a lyric in that song Party Starter where he says, "I was never really gone. I did my films on the side, pretty much to that extent." But he says, "But I've always been a party starter at heart, and here I am. I'm back in the game." And that was like his last song, and he's back in the films after that.
Yeah, they probably paid more.
Yeah.
I mean, not now. Because he hasn't been doing that well, has he?
Will
all his
Smith.
movies, apart from the Suicide Squad, and that's because it was a comic book movie that people were mildly curious about, have bombed in the past, I'd say at least 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, when was his last actual hit?
Oh, we're talking about Wild West, right? The classic. Oh yeah, man, that film. Oh,
Isn't that the one that he turned down the Matrix for?
yep. Neo. Jim West was almost Neo.
Like,
Oh my God.
Keanu Reeves earned so much money from that movie that he had to give it all away.
He's still making money from that movie.
Yeah. I would still give it to Keanu Reeves, I'm not going to lie.
He's such a good actor as well. Like, well, not actually, no, sorry. He's a nice person as a
Yeah.
good actor, but I'm not sure. Good acting, he's so because I don't think
I
he
mean, it
actually
depends
acts.
on the part for him. I
It
mean, like,
does.
he's deceivingly good at comedy. People call him a wooden actor,
Mhm.
but I think he's really good at comedy.
He can, like, people always see him in his like serious state, but he's actually quite a funny guy. And he's got good humor. In fact, you know, he was amazing in John Wick as well. He can be a great action
I've got
hero
John
too.
Wick and I still haven't watched it.
Oh,
And
if
I
you're a
really want to
Keanu
watch
fan,
John Wick 2, and I don't know why, because I haven't watched John Wick 1.
well, watch it. I mean, if you like Keanu, it's a great rainy day film to just pop on when you're not expecting anything. You'll like it.
I like Keanu so much that you know, Ashley, me
Yeah.
and him, we love Keanu Reeves, and we always go through the talk of, we should go watch that new Keanu movie, even though we know it's definitely going to be shit. Like, you know, that samurai one that he did,
Oh, I
or the
wanted to watch that.
47 Ronin one.
Yeah, with that. What's
yeah,
her
and
name?
it's like,
from,
that looks so shit, but we're going to so watch it, and we never did.
I think I only wanted to watch it because I had that girl from Pacific Rim.
Did it? That girl from Pacific Rim was so bland.
She was bland, but anything Pacific Rim, I'm all about. But at the same time, I wanted to see Keanu Reeves as a samurai. Yeah, I wanted to see him as a, you know, like obviously it's one of those really nasty Hollywood tropes where, you know, all these samurai are around you, but the one hero is white or something, you know. But
I think it's because Keanu Reeves has that sort of Asianish look. I mean, isn't that why when they did they were talking about doing an American Akira, for some reason they kept throwing Keanu Reeves' name in the hat, even though Keanu Reeves was a lot older than any of the characters in Akira.
yes.
Yes. And viewers, if you want to know why we're laughing, just wait
Rent the
at the end of the
DVD.
episode and I'll put it in.
And be on the special features on the Dork Seduction DVD Season 2.
It'll be a boring DVD, it's just audio.
It doesn't mean it can't be a DVD.
Yeah, so so if you want to know why I'm both crying and laughing, just stay for a few seconds after we fade out, and I'll let you know. Oh God! So I think it's best for my health if we sign off now, Chris.
That is fine.
I mean, you've upset my heart and soul this episode. I mean,
your
you've
body
really
is broken.
disappointed me. Like, I've done so many episodes with Matt, but you're the one that's disappointed me.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, by the way, Matt's stuck in a well. I forgot.
But Matt's the one that got put in the well because of his Donald Trump loving ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes
pretty
I can
much.
hear him yelling at us from afar.
Yeah, he heard there's a pussy that needed grabbing in the bottom of the well, so he thought he'd go in there.
Bazinga!
Yeah, I had to bring it up at some point.
You know, I can't believe I
Actually, you know what? Even Matt's too good for that.
yeah.
Yeah. He actually has some respect for other people. He may not admit it, but he's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a cunt. Yeah, I said it. He used the word pussy. I can use the word cunt to him.
He is a bit of a cunt, though, isn't he? He's a bit of
Just a bit.
He's a bit of a smelly old flappy cunt.
Like, the person he was talking to in that tape is getting fired, and why isn't Donald Trump?
Yeah, this person that he was talking to, who was it?
I don't know, he's some sort of broadcaster in the US on NBC or something.
Damn, them boys' locker rooms, eh?
Mm. God, I know boys' locker rooms aren't like that, and I'm not a guy.
The real question is, what was this grown man and the future president of the United States doing in a boys' locker room?
Were they... Oh, God.
Talking about pussies and grabbing them.
I think what they were doing is just trying to make up for something.
What
Their proclivities.
yeah.
I'm not alleging jack shit. I'm just saying words and ideas are forming in your heads that I have nothing to do with.
You don't have to initiate anything. I'm going to say it. I want to see Donald Trump's penis.
Wait, that's not where I was going. I don't think there'd be much of it. I'm pretty sure it's like it'll be stumpy.
Regardless of what I see, I feel like it's going to answer a couple of questions.
It's going to be so small and stumpy. I bet it won't even have any girth to
Or
it.
like a
I think it's probably
micro-acorn.
going to be more balls than dick.
Hey, Tom,
What?
look, we're not body shamers here, all right? But we will
No,
not.
no, but he does it. So why can't he dishes it out? He can fucking take it. That fucking hairpiece is ridiculous and monstrous. His fucking cheeks. He talks about women and how, like, he thinks you're only valuable as a woman depending on your attractiveness. Has he looked in the fucking mirror? The man is hideous outside and in.
And I think the worst part about this whole, like, these comments he makes about women is that he's not actually aware of what he's saying either. Like, even your average guy who makes these comments is going to backtrack or say, oh, but, you know, I'm really sorry, or hang on, like, I didn't mean like that. But he doesn't seem to get it. Like, if he's apologising for the wrong reason, or he doesn't actually understand why it's offensive.
Yeah. And people are saying, oh, he's the father of daughters. I mean, he should have some more respect for women. No, he's just human being. Okay, human beings, you don't have a daughter, do you? You wouldn't talk about someone like that.
No. You remember what he said about his daughter?
Do you know what? He has a second daughter. Do you want to know what he said about her?
Go on.
She's lucky, the daughter, that she got her mum's boobs.
Why would he say that?
It's gross, isn't it? There's a difference between that and saying your daughter is beautiful.
What's the context? Was he mad at her?
I don't know. And you heard what he said about Paris Hilton when she was 12, right?
Oh, do I want to?
Well, he said that when she walked in, he was like gobsmacked, and he said, "Oh, that's a beautiful girl." It was that, that Shock Jock, the radio one in the US.
Oh, you know
Howard Stern, yeah. And he said, "Did you want to, something sexual about this 12-year-old Paris Hilton?"
Oh.
And first of all, that's disgusting in itself. Howard Stern deserves a smack. And Donald Trump, his response was not outrage. It was, I don't go for that kind of thing, like it's a type. Like it's a blonde or a brunette. Oh, God, this man is creepy.
Oh, man.
Good luck to Americans if he gets in. I mean, if he gets in, there's no way he's staying in, because, like, the world can't let that happen.
I still can't see him getting in.
But if he does, the world can't let this happen.
Look, we can't interfere in American politics. We can do
but they're part of the UN, aren't they?
They are part of the UN. He'll make himself look like a fucking idiot, man.
He already has.
I know,
to
but
the whole world. Nobody around the world wants him in.
I can't see him in the UN. I really can't. Like, sitting next to... isn't Angelina Jolie like a goodwill ambassador?
Yeah, but I don't think she... would she... Actually, no, she has to rub shoulders with politicians.
Yeah.
No, I just can't see him rubbing shoulders with anyone that is in that authority.
Or isn't a man.
Or isn't a man.
Oh, dear. Oh, well, you know what? It's moments like these where you have to hold your chin up high and just take whatever happens.
Donald Trump thinks Farage is a great man that's brought Britain back to, like, prosperity.
Fuck's sake. It just gets better and better.
Yeah. Amazing man you have as one of the potential leaders of the United States. So, Americans, all I'm saying is use your write-in votes. Just use your write-in votes.
You know, we have actually turned this into a Halloween podcast now. Because I'm genuinely scared and upset.
How long have they got left before the election? It's in November, isn't it? They've got like a month or so. It's usually around November that they get elected, and then the following year, so next year they'll actually come into office.
Honestly, I think there's little chance for Trump at this point, unless he pulls something. His team has been known to pull shit out at the last minute, but...
He might do a Robert Mugabe type thing and pay off people to vote him in.
Maybe, but then again, like, Hillary has been owning him in these debates.
Yeah, am I not the only one that's surprised that the first debate only just happened? What the hell's been going on this past few months?
Yeah, well, the first debate, I don't think it's just the first debate. The first debate happened about, about a week ago?
Yeah, no, that just happened. Because I thought it happened ages ago, because we've been debating this for a while.
Haven't we had, like, 2 over the last week or something?
Yeah, there's been a couple more.
Yeah, so, like, it's almost over.
And he always seems really creepy to Hillary in them.
Yeah, he's always stalking her.
Like, he was creeping her on the last one. I saw a picture of him just standing behind her, and was just like, oh, God. He just looks like he's pervy.
And he, obviously, whatever point he has, if he doesn't have anything better, he's going to stay on that point as much as he can. The whole Bill Clinton sex scandal thing, you know.
Yeah, I love how he's saying that he shouldn't be judged for that videotape because it was 10 years ago. This Bill Clinton affair was like 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be judged, and he's the candidate for something that he did, whereas Hillary Clinton should be judged for something her husband did a couple of decades ago.
It's the subtleties lost on Trump, to be honest.
I think even Republicans have lost faith in him. if they even
Yeah.
had it.
The way I see it, Republicans were already becoming a bit of a split party. And the way I see it, they still are now, because there are your diehard Trump supporters, but then there are the Republicans that are just like, oh shit, what has to become of our party? Like, for instance, I really don't see Clint Eastwood supporting Trump.
No, but then Clint Eastwood talked to a chair, so he's not exactly sane. But you love Clint Eastwood. There's no way you're going to think anything bad about him.
I can think bad
Even
about
though
him.
Clint Eastwood, yeah, he might be a great director and actor and stuff, he disrespects women all the time.
I know, I've been disappointed by him in the past, but I still think McCain is a much better choice than what they have now. So,
You know what? Screw it. I'll do it.
yeah, you do
I'll
it,
do
please.
it. Like, so just
You're gonna
vote
be-
me as a write-in.
The first Asian Republican nominee.
British nominee
Asian-
for the US president.
British Asian Muslim Republican.
I've spent all of 3 weeks in the United States my entire life, but I'm qualified.
Yes, you can do it.
Yeah.
And tell them the difference between Ramadan and Diwali.
I don't know. I don't really know what Diwali's the festival of lights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ramadan's a month, Chris. It
And
doesn't
say-
Mean anything. Ramadan is actually a month
Exactly.
in the Muslim calendar.
So you tell them, my friend
Yeah, them,
fucked
not
up
you.
big time on this live show that we do back in England.
Yeah, this live show that we record live.
And now I've taken the show to the States because I can't handle this level of IQ that he is disposing on the interwebs.
Okay, I really do think we should say goodbye because guess who's editing this shit, Chris?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to say goodbye, and yeah, if you want to listen to me in a lot of pain and agony, just stay tuned.
Goodbye, goodbye. Friends,
Bye.
goodbye. Bye-bye.
I need to reposition myself now
Yeah,
okay.
careful with yourself.
because I'm hanging off the edge of my bed.
My God, is that a bone?
Don't say that.
Bye, guys.
If a phone's poking out, that means I don't have to go work. It's great.
Yes, swings and roundabouts, silver linings.
Okay, goodbye.
All these samurai around you, but the one hero is white or something, you know. But
Yeah, is it because he has a sort of Asian-ish look? Maybe.
yeah, there's a little bit. I mean, he looks suited to a top knot, you know.
Oh shit! I just pulled my fucking.
What happened?
No, I just pulled a muscle.
Oh no,
Oh
you're
fuck!
right.
Just give me a minute. I need to shake it off.
Okay, I'll just sit here watching you.
That really hurts. Okay, it's
Oh.
not funny.
Sorry. If anything, though, we'll call it a day here. We've had a little adventure. We've gone through some really
Seriously, Chris,
weird
stop.
pastas.
Stop talking.
Oh, is it that
I'm
bad?
in so much pain right now.
All right.
Just give me a minute and then we could sign off and I can edit that whole end bit. Because I had a point that I was leading to. but my leg fucked me up, okay? So we're finishing my point. And I don't know how I'm going to sit down again because my leg is killing me. And, oh, God, fuck.
Oh,
This
no.
hurts. I hate it. I'm so unfit. Sometimes I pull a muscle when I'm sleeping.
I'm sorry, it's just not your day.
It's really not, and I want to cry right now.
Why are you laughing then?
I'm both laughing and crying.
Oh,
My dad would usually fix this by putting me in more pain and distracting me from the original pain.
what? How? Like, just what would he do?
Because he'd pull on it to fix it, and then that would
right,
hurt it even more.
I used to do that. I would if I had like a thumb that was really sore or stiff or it had broke or something, I would kind of maybe edge it a little towards the painful part, because what it does is it kind of the more you push it to there, and it hurts, but the more you push it to there, the more you find you can move it back and it won't hurt, and then you have a bit more wiggle room.
Okay, I'm going to try and sit down now.
Okay.
I wasn't actually listening to anything you were saying.
Oh, no worries, it wasn't important.
It never is. Okay. So I think it's because Keanu Reeves has that sort of Asian look.
Yes, quite.
Ow. How am I going to edit this shit?
I don't know, but I really want to see the result.
Hey, you can't laugh. I'm going to try and start it again.
Okay.
I have to stop laughing too. I'll put this all at the end. I think it's because I think it's because Keanu Reeves has that sort of Asianish look. I mean, isn't that why when they did the they were talking about doing an American Akira, for some reason they kept throwing Keanu Reeves' name in the hat, even though Keanu Reeves was a lot older than any of the characters in Akira.
Yeah.
He can't even fake it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.